Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I just finished a video. You'll probably see that last week's video I'm kind of wearing the same thing, but I wanted to start a new video straight away just because I am going away in a couple of weeks, so I want to get as much reading done as possible. I am coming out of a slump, so I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm really excited to get started on some of my physical books that I have. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started and I'll tell you what we'll be reading this week. So let's call this starting the first book in a series. So I have 3 books that are the first book in a series, and this is kind of like a taste test, I guess, to see whether I like the book and whether I would continue on with the series. These are the 3 books we'll be reading this week. How weird, they all like orangey red themed, so all the spines are basically the same color, which I'm really quite excited about. It looks really cute next to each other. The books we will be reading, I'm not going to read the back. I just kind of want to go in it a little bit blind, but this is the Magnolia Parks universe, and this is the first book called Magnolia Parks. I really love this cover, and it's kind of like a Gossip Girl in London type of vibe from what I can tell. So it's like kind of a romance, kind of a drama, and I'm really excited about that. I really love Gossip Girl, so there seems to be like text messages and stuff, and you know how much I love mixed media in books, and I think this is going to be the first book we're reading. I am hoping for a 5-star. I've only had 1 5-star this year, so I'm really excited to start this. And the next book, I'm not sure which we'll read in what order, but these are the 2 books. So we have The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm pretty sure there's a movie about this. I could be wrong, but I swear I saw a movie about The Inheritance Games. But anyway, it's this, as far as I know, it's a wealthy family, and I guess they leave the will and they need to play these games in order to get the inheritance, but there's something thrown in where like someone who isn't actually part of the family is in the games to win the money. As far as I know, I'm not completely sure, but I'm excited for this. Like I said, I want to go in blind. I do not really like the cover of this, but I'm still excited because I really like Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. I haven't given any of her books a 5-star just yet, but a 4-star is still good to me. So yeah, let's hope that one's a good one. And then the last book we'll be reading in this video will be A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is the ACOTAR series. So many people have told me to read this, and I finally found the first book. I do actually have the second one on my shelf next to the, yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can see on that side, but I do also have the second book just in case I do enjoy it. So yeah, this one is a fantasy. That's all I know. I don't even know the storyline. No one really explained it, but yeah, I'm very excited for this. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. look a little bit worse for wear today. I actually say that so often in my videos, but explanation, I'm testing a new mascara, and last night it was crumbling and I was like kind of rubbing my eye and it went into my eye and rubbed on my lens. I don't know if you can see, but it's still really red, so I don't want to wear contact lenses today because it's quite irritated, and because of my current condition or diagnosis, it causes dry eye as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to give my eyes a break and wear my spectacles or glasses. Okay, so let's start with unrelated book stuff. I did a little thing on this, or a little clip. I made this little Kindle pout. It's a little bit skew, but that's my fault, not the tutorials. But it kind of just has a button that opens. I got these buttons on Amazon as well as the yarn, and then the Kindle is inside. So I thought it was really cute. Yeah, I didn't find any like Kindle covers that I really liked because I just want a clear one without the pop sockets. I made this. I think it's really cute, and I'm currently working on a little book sleeve right now. So I just got back into crocheting after a really long time. Like, I do make lots of things and I've been crocheting for years. That's currently what I'm doing, but I did get a little bit further in Magnolia Park, so I am on chapter 4 and page 33. I really like it so far. I think there's a lot of like world building or just setting up the plot, I guess, explaining everybody, introducing characters. So it's a bit slow right now, but the reading's not difficult. However, I have like a little pet peeve, and there's like a lot of name dropping of like designer things and Tom Ford perfume, and I don't really like that. It just feels a bit show-offy, but I guess that's kind of what it's about anyway. So yeah, I don't know if I read the back, but it said, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? She is a beautiful, self-involved and mildly neurotic London socialite. He is Britain's most photographed bad boy who broke her heart. But Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne are meant to be, aren't they? So yeah, like I said, it's like Gossip Girl vibes, lots of drama, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, I'm not that far in. I'll probably know how I feel about it in like 20 pages when I get to page 50, so I'll let you guys know then, but I am enjoying it. I'm hoping to get further today. I just want to finish this little book sleeve because I'm actually just hooked now. So I'm gonna finish this, I'll show you guys, and then we'll keep reading. Hi friends. Firstly, I'm so sorry about the lighting. I just thought I'd get this done quickly because I've been putting this off for quite a while. I've been reading, obviously, Magnolia Parks, and I've just made it past the halfway point. I'm like on 238, and I'm really enjoying it. I love the drama of it all. I did make like a list of points that I wanted to discuss though. We obviously have Magnolia, and then we have her ex-boyfriend BJ, and they have the most toxic relationship. They broke up like 3 years ago, but he still like sleeps over at her house. They hang out all the time because they have the same friends, but she kind of sees other people and he sleeps with other people, and it's just so chaotic, but I'm really loving it. She's a little bit like, I wouldn't say insufferable, but it's really annoying because she always talks about like all these luxury brands and like just shows off about her wealth, and I don't feel like she's very humble about it. I'm sorry if things changed a bit, it's just that my brother and my dad were walking around. But anyway, so they're super dysfunctional. I really like the story of that, but they're really wealthy, high society London socialites. So yeah, I can't relate to that, but it's really entertaining. Kind of all I want to say. It's very interesting and I am enjoying it, but I also have a little book haul. I bought 2 new books. I bought The Worst Best Man by Lucy Score, and then Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. And I'm really excited for this. This is my first Lucy Score book ever, and I've seen this book everywhere, so I was really curious. So very excited for that. Then I got some, I keep clearing my throat. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a cold. But I bought some like pen/markers for my reading journal. I just feel like I didn't have enough and I was like repeating the same things over. So this one I just got from Mr. Price, which is random because I didn't know they sell markers, but it looks like that. How many colors are in here? 4, 8, 12, 24 colors, which is great. I'm very excited for that. And one side's a marker and the other side's like a felt tip. And then I got some new like fine liners, and I got 15 of these. I'm out of breath as well, sorry. So these are colors that I don't necessarily have, so very excited. And then because I'm planning to annotate the Shatter Me book that's going to be included in one of my giveaways, I got some little annotation tools. So I'm going to highlight with this and make notes on these so that I don't ruin the book in case someone doesn't want my annotated notes and they can just pull them off. And I got some whiteout or Tipex. And then I got a couple of stickers, not much. I just got like some butterflies and then some sheets of hearts, and it's just to decorate my journal with. But yeah, I am still enjoying Magnolia Parks. Like I said, I'm hoping to finish it. Like I've kind of stalled my reading because I wanted to do this check-in. Today is Wednesday, Valentine's Day. So I've been reading this for about a week. It is really long. I am in a slump, so I'm not too worried, but I think I can finish this in the next 2 days and then we can start on the next book. But I will check in with you guys when I finish this book and before I start the next one. So see you later. It's actually been a while since I last updated you guys, and I finally finished Magnolia Parks, which took me above the better part of a week. I'm embarrassed to say, but this did take me an entire week to read. It was 419 pages. I also had a really busy week with my uncle passing away, me getting bad news, going to a specialist, now getting ready to go back to work. So very busy week, but really happy I finished this. I just want to say, like, what was it? Chapter 76. What? Yeah, shocked. I really didn't expect that. It's like the third act breakup, I guess, and also a twist and a half. So yeah, really enjoyed this. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 star. The only complaint I really have with it is that Magnolia, she's obviously rich, well, wealthy, shall I say. She's wealthy, London socialite. So she speaks about brands a lot. So she'll be like, oh, he was wearing the Bruno Cucinelli, or she was wearing Gucci, this, that, and that. And like those references were just annoying. Half the brands I don't know. I could Google it, but I mean, for me, I feel like it's irrelevant. But I guess it's kind of describing her as a character. But yeah, I didn't like that, so that brought it down every time. Like it brought it down a couple stars every time she brought it up or something. I would just kind of roll my eyes and just skim past it. So that's the only complaint I had with it. I really loved the drama. I just think her and BJ are so toxic. They definitely do not belong together. I don't know why either of them think so. They're just damaging themselves so much. I didn't see a lot of like character development, which I'm hoping to see in the rest of the series, because they're kind of still, they're in their 20s, but like very immature the way they go about like handling their feelings. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I described the book enough. It's just about Magnolia and BJ going through their relationship, and then all the side characters. My favorite side character was definitely Tom England. I think it is a lot of people's. He's just so sweet and so genuine, and I think like he's a better match for her because he's a man and BJ is like a big man child. So yeah, I did notice that in the descriptions of the characters in the first couple of chapters, it reminded me so much of Never and how she described Peter Pan and Jameson Hook, like the same. One had blue eyes, one had green eyes, one had golden hair, one had brown hair. So it was very similar character descriptions, which I personally noticed, and I don't know if that's something anybody else has noticed, but I keep touching my mic. But yeah, I just thought that was a little bit weird. But like I said, I read Never first by Jessa Hastings, so this is my second Jessa Hastings. I cannot wait to read the rest of the books in the series. The next one is Daisy Hates. We didn't get a lot of Daisy in this book. There were just like little snippets. So I'm looking forward to reading her story. I know that she is like part of a family of gang lords, so I'm guessing it's going to be more mafia romance type esque, but we'll see. I'm very, very excited to know what happens with BJ and Magnolia, if she ends up forgiving him, which she would be dumb to, because what he did to her was the lowest of low. I would not put up with that at all. But yeah, excited. First book done for this vlog. I don't have much longer at home. I have like maybe 2 weeks, maybe just shy of 2 weeks. So we still have 2 books to read in the series. One of them is shorter, the other one is longer. So as you know, I have Akatar, which is kind of in a book sleeve now. But we chose the Inheritance Games, which I think I will be reading next. How long is this? It's like 372 pages, so not so bad. And Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing is usually pretty fast. These chapters look really short as well, which I'm very, very excited about. So yeah, let's see what this holds in store for us. It is on the back, it just says, well, there's a blurb or excerpt from Kat Ellis. I don't know who that is, but it says, a fantastic roller coaster of a book. We were liars meet the Da Vinci Code. I love it. And then it says, she came from nothing. Avery has a plan. Keep her head down, work hard for a better future. Then an eccentric billionaire dies, leaving her most of his entire fortune, and no one, least of all Avery, knows why. They had everything. Now she must move into the mansion she inherited. It's filled with secrets and codes, and the old man's surviving relatives, a family hellbent on discovering why Avery got their money. Now there's only one rule: winner takes it all. Soon she is caught in a deadly game that everyone in this strange family is playing. But just how far will they go to keep their fortune? I'm pretty sure there's a movie about this. I'm sure I've seen it, which I really enjoyed, but I never read the book. So I'm very, very excited about this. Like I said, I really love Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. This was released in 2020. So yeah, very excited. Like I said, it's like a murder mystery. Not murder mystery, but a mystery. And then like, yeah, lots of money. So that was a ramble and a half. I've already spoken for 6.5 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go about my day. And then once I start this, I'll let you guys know. Probably, I usually like to check in at like the 50-page mark, because that's kind of when I can surmise whether I like a book or not. But I think I'm going to like this. But anyway, let me stop rambling and I'll see you guys in a bit. Good morning, friends. So we started this little beaut yesterday, and oh my goodness, I am already on page 126. I did read about 20 pages this morning, but I read 100 pages last night, and I'm really loving it. It's kind of better than the Naturals. I really, really enjoy her writing. It's so easy to read. It's so fast paced, and I keep finding myself like just saying one more chapter, one more chapter. So the chapters are short. Like I think the longest one is like 5 pages. So it's going really, really quickly. It has me completely hooked. I honestly am enjoying it so much. So I don't know how much you know about this book, but it's kind of like a nobody, a stranger who like inherits a billionaire's like basically his entire estate. He left his family with like next to nothing. So they're trying to figure out why she got chosen to inherit it. So people are thinking she scammed him or, you know, coerced him into it. So it's kind of like a mystery. So yeah, I'm really, really loving it, and I cannot wait to continue. Yesterday I was talking about a movie that I thought was based on the book, but there's 2 movies that I kind of got confused with their plot lines, and that is Dangerous Lies and Knives Out. So it's got a similar feel to that. So if you enjoy those movies, I think you'd really enjoy this book. I actually watched them both yesterday, and yeah, it kind of reminds me of this book. Knives Out doesn't really have the inheritance, but I didn't watch the full movie, to be honest, but it's kind of like a carer that, yeah, is involved in this thing. And then Dangerous Lies as well. She's like it's again a carer looking after a guy and inherits his money when he passes away because he has no family. But yeah, those are the two like movies I got confused and thought it was this. And then there is another movie with Lily Collins called Inheritance, but I don't know if I've watched that, but that's more like a horror. Yeah, I watched a trailer yesterday just to see, but yeah. So that's my opinion right now. I'm really loving this. Like I said, I really like our main character, Avery. She's really funny, really witty. And then the Hawthorne brothers, obviously. There's something going on, obviously, but hence why the mystery and hence why I'm hooked. So I'm going to keep reading and I'll let you guys know. Probably when I get about halfway, I've got like I got 2 bookmarks to like show how much I want to read in any particular time. I'm a freak like that. So I'm at 127 and I'm hoping to read to page 201. So yeah, I have like that little chunk, but I'll come back to you when I've read that. So see you in a bit. So, little update on the Inheritance games. I'm loving it. I'm really eating it up. I love the mystery vibes. I love the main character, Avery. Like, I just find her so charismatic and, like, she's so kind. Like, she could have just accepted the money from this billionaire and just called it a day, but she kind of just wants to figure out why. And she's really, really a wholesome character. Like, there's nothing typically bad about her. Like, people who grew up, I guess, in poverty could just jump on it and just take the money, no questions asked. But she's really, really delved into it really deep. I don't know what the reason is yet. I don't even have like an inkling to. At first I thought maybe somehow they were related, but that's been ruled out. So I don't know where it's going, but I'm really, really excited to find out. I just hopped straight in there and started rambling, didn't I? I am currently on chapter 49 and page 202, just like I promised. So I'm hoping to finish this book today. I'm just over halfway and I'm just going to spend the rest of the day reading this. So hopefully I can finish it today and we can start our final book for this vlog. I did actually finish a book yesterday as well, but it was an audiobook by Lucinda Berry, which are quite quick anyway. So it was called The Secret of Us. It was really good, really enthralled. So I kind of put this on the back burner for a couple of hours and just was enthralled by that. So I'm going to try and get further in this today. I'll probably update you guys when I get maybe to page, how many is in here? 372. So I might read like maybe like 50, 60, 70 pages and then let you guys know just before the end, and then obviously I'll give you my final thoughts. But so far it's feeling kind of like a 5-star, if not a 4.5, but I'm kind of getting that feeling where I'm like constantly thinking about it and I just want to know what happens. So for me, that's usually a good sign. My opinion is that the writing in this is actually better than the Natural series. I love the Natural series, but it's like a 4-star series in my opinion. I know most people say it gets better, but for me, this one is where it's at. I can't wait to find out what's going on. Like, it's just the nosy Parker in me is literally having like the best time ever. So yeah, I will get back to you guys when I have a little bit more to say. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but the Hawthorne brothers, I don't get the hype. Like, I don't know why she's so enthralled by them, but I'm enthralled in this book. So I'm going to keep reading and I will let you guys know. Like I said, I look like an egg again. I need to wash my hair, but I'm just not in the mood. But I finally finished the Inheritance games and it took me 3 days to read, which is quite quick for me, given the fact I'm just coming out of a slump. And I've been reading books in between. I don't know why. I've been really into audiobooks again. So yeah, focusing my time on that while I like crochet and stuff. But yeah, I've just been, I don't know why I'm saying, but yeah, I've just been separating my time between this and my other interests as well. But I really love this book. I think I'm going to give it a, I'm torn between 4.5 and 5. So maybe I'll leave my rating for right at the end when we do a little recap, because I'm conflicted. I really, really enjoyed it. There weren't many lulls in the book. It was interesting. It was gripping. I loved the mystery aspect, and the plot twist at the end. Oh my gosh. So I was shocked. I can't wait to continue on in the series. As just a little recap, as I've discussed before, it is a billionaire who passes away and leaves his inheritance, or his entire estate basically, to a perfect stranger, and she's only like, I think, 17 years old. They're trying to figure out why, but he's the grandfather of these four, the Hawthorne sons. Anyway, the four of them he leaves a challenge for, and it includes her, and it's kind of to bring them back together. And yeah, they just tried to figure out why the money was left for her, why he chose her. But yeah, the little plot twist at the end is really interesting, and you just go through the motions of like what it must be like to inherit this. I did think she was like really like sweet and humble, but she is a little bit self-centered, as you are when you're 17 years old, and she still hasn't accepted the fact that she has this money now. She hasn't gone out and like bought crazy things. She's quite humble in that sense, but she's very naive and very she's easy to manipulate, put it that way. So she takes the bait really easy. But yeah, I really loved it. Can't wait to continue the series. And yeah, I'm so excited. I read this. Jennifer Lynn Barnes just has a way of words, and I love it. Anyway, on to the last book we have, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I haven't read anything by her. This will be my very first introduction to a Sarah J. Maas book. So she's typically known for romantasy or romantic fantasy, which this is. I kind of just read the back, but it still doesn't really tell me what the book is about. I know a lot of people say that the first book is fairly boring and it gets better, or it picks up as the series goes on. We'll see about that, but the font is kind of small, and this is over 400 pages if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like 411 pages, so another long one. Hopefully we can close this out pretty soon, because I want to do one more video before I go back to work, which will probably be a 24-hour readathon if all works out, and then unfortunately I'll be MIA for about a month while I go back to work, and then we'll pick up, hopefully, fingers crossed, as soon as I go on leave again. I'm struggling with the concept of like pre-filming book videos, because I'm a very, very slow reader, like very slow. I read probably about 30 to 40 pages in an hour, that slow. So I don't know how to pre-film yet. I don't have enough like books and book knowledge, especially with popular books, where I can do sit-down videos just yet. I'm still building a collection. I'm still figuring out what I like. I'm kind of just dabbling in everything, which I guess is also my taste. I don't really like fluffy romance. I just find that it's quite toxic for women, because they expect relationships to really be like that, and we all know they are not. I'm turning 35 this year. I know it's not all fluffy and roses, so I don't like that, but I really love mysteries, I really love thrillers, I really love suspense. I don't like horror, I don't like gore, but I'm starting to really get into fantasy as well, and I really like general fiction as well. We'll see. I don't really have a niche of books that I could say that I could recommend a bunch from, because I read so many different genres. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to pre-film videos for this channel. My wrap-ups as well, I cannot do all of that, because I would have to read the books in order to film a wrap-up. But anyway, I'll figure it out. Maybe there'll be like a little bit of a gap, but I only have like 5 subscribers. Please subscribe if you do stumble upon this video. But I'm very excited to start this. I've heard such good things about the series, and I have no interest in reading like Crescent City and stuff. I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. When people talk about it, I've been like, meh. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe after I read this, I will want to read them. But also Throne of Glass, the covers aren't even intriguing to me, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm really hoping I like it, because these are one of the most hyped up books I've ever seen. I've been requested a few times on TikTok to start the series, so here we go. Very excited. Let's see what we think. I'm a bit nervous as well. I have like a challenge in my reading journal that's a book that scares you. This is one of them. So good morning, friends. So it's been a couple of days since I last checked in, but we started ACOTAR, Thorn of Court and Roses, if you don't know. And I don't know why I have been putting this book off for so long, because I'm obsessed. Like, I'm just eating it up. I've heard that this one is better than the second one, and the second one's like twice the size, so I'm really scared. But we have our main female character. Her name is Farah, and she is human. And then we have our main male character, whose name is Tamlin, and he is like a high lord of the spring fairy court, and she kills one of his like friends or acquaintances and sells the hide, and he comes in like thrashing and threatening to kill her because of some treaty that the humans and fairies have. So yeah, she has a choice between dying and they're all going to live out her mortal life with him. So she's kind of in this world. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Perinthian. And in the beginning, it was like a lot of world building, obviously, and laws of the land. My foot is getting pins and needles, but law of the land and stuff like that. So you were just getting to know the surroundings. So it was a bit tough to get into, but once I reached, I think, the 50-page mark, it picked up so much. I'm currently now on page 200 exactly, so I'm almost halfway through the book. Oh my gosh, I'm really loving it, and I'm getting that 5-star feeling. Like, every time I put it down, I just want to keep picking it up because I want to know what happens next, and it kind of feels like something happens in every chapter. It's not one of those that's just like a nothing chapter. There's lots of those in other books where just nothing happens, but yeah, I'm finding it really, really exciting, and I'm eating it up. Honestly, I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, I will probably check in with you guys when I am close to the end, if not just before, or if not at the end. I'm not quite sure how this is gonna go because this is my last week at home as well. Yeah, I'm currently just trying to read as much as I can. I'm gonna do a 24-hour readathon. I think I did mention that, just to get the last bulk of my reading done. I'm not really good at those because I read quite slowly, so I'm hoping to finish like 2 or 3 books in that. But yeah, I am enjoying my time. It's a Sunday morning. Usually I'd be watching YouTube or something, but I just picked up my book and started reading. It's very exciting, and I love that I'm not in a slump anymore because honestly I love reading. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I'll let you know if anything more happens. There was like, I don't want to spoil it, but there was like a little intense scene with Farah and Tamlin, and he like latched onto her neck. But yeah, it's not smutty as such, I wouldn't say, but it's got a lot of sexual tension in it so far. So yeah, right up my alley. So I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I'm really excited that I've started the series, and it's my first Sarah J. Maas book. The writing there's a couple of words that I don't know, so I've either had to Google them or I just skim over them and just assume their meaning. So yeah, I'm rambling now, but I'm gonna keep reading and I'll let you guys know when I'm a little bit further along. Hi guys. So we finally finished this video. It took me like over 2 weeks to film this, but I'm glad we finally finished everything, and I'm leaving in the next couple days, so I'm trying to cram in so much reading, but it helps when you have good books. So this week, in this reading vlog, we read 3 books, and we started off with the Magnolia Parks universe. Really loved this book, gave it a 4.5 stars. I've ranted on about it enough during this video, but I really did enjoy it. I know a lot of people didn't like the toxicity of the couple, like Magnolia and BJ, but I ate it up. I really loved the drama in it. Yes, there were some things that I didn't like Magnolia referring to people's outfits and kind of name dropping a lot of brands and stuff like that. I didn't love that. So I've seen a few people not love this book because of that, because of the shallowness of it. But I mean, I don't really care either way. I just skimmed past those things. So I gave this a 4.5 star, and I'm really happy I started it. I can't wait to continue with the rest of the series. I'm not sure if someone said this, it's not a fact, but I kind of remember someone saying that this is a segue into the Daisy Hates universe, but I didn't really get that. Daisy doesn't appear very much during this book, maybe 3 times if I remember correctly, and then obviously Christian. So, and Julian appears maybe twice, but they're not like massive characters in this book, so I don't know how it's interconnected, but I'm really excited to see. So yeah, with that being said, moving on to the next book we read, another great one. I think I gave this 4.5 stars as well, and it is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Love this. I want to say that it's better than The Naturals, and it's kind of, I've banged on about it enough as well. But I guess I just do a really quick summary. I'm not known for those, but yeah, so it is about Avery, who inherits this really, really wealthy billionaire's estate and money, and then he sets them on a course of mysterious games and riddles to solve, and then that will take them to the next level. So there's 3 books in this series. I really loved it. I love The Naturals as well, but I feel like the flow of these books are so much better, and the chapters are so short, like you just fly through it. I read this in 2 days. Really, really excited that I finished this and started the series. I did get it on special for like 279 Rand for all 3 books, so that was a bargain, and I'm really, really happy to have this in my collection. Then lastly, I've barely spoken about this because if you know, you know. So this is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I gave it a 5 star. In the beginning, it was slow and I wasn't quite sure about where it was going because I didn't really read the synopsis. But once I did read it, it still didn't give me a full understanding of what the book was going to be about. But it's about Farah, and she's a human, and then Tamlin is a High Lord fairy. They kind of, how do I explain this? She's in the woods one day hunting and she sees a wolf and she ends up killing the wolf and taking its hide and then selling it for money. And a few days later, or maybe even that same day, Tamlin comes in full forces in his he can shapeshift into a wolf, so he comes in his wolf form and tells her that she's broken the treaty and takes her back to his land where she needs to live out her days. But that's not the full story, and it's not the truth either, although humans are taught that fairies are really evil, and the usual vampire things like silver bothers them, or copper, and ashwood kills them. The ashwood is true, but yeah, there's a lot of how legends work. Everybody who repeats the legend adds a little bit to it. So it wasn't the full story, and yeah, it's very, very entertaining. I liked the slow burn. I'm not usually a slow burn girly. I don't really like insta love either, but I really, really ate this up. It is a long book and the font is tiny, so it's 419 pages. It did take me a little bit longer. I think I started it on Friday. Today is Wednesday, but I finished it last night, so Friday till Tuesday. I didn't read on Sunday at all because I had some family over since I'm leaving. So my cousins came to visit and my auntie to say goodbye to me, but so I didn't read that day. So all in all, it didn't take me that long to read. Yesterday, I read a huge chunk. I think I read 200 pages, and it just kept me entertained, and I like every chapter basically ends on a cliffhanger, so you just want to know what happens next, and every chapter was interesting. There wasn't a chapter for me in here where I wasn't like, oh my gosh, why? So this was my first experience with Sarah J. Maas. Really, really loved it. Couldn't recommend it more. It's a 5 star, and this is only my second 5 star of 2024. However, I read my other 5 star, not relevant, but I read my other 5 star at the end of December, but I still counted it as January because I'd already done my yearly wrap up. But yeah, 5-star, loved it, cannot wait to continue. I'm not sure I will read the other books on camera. Let me know if you'd want to see that. But yeah, very excited. And that concludes our video. Probably the next video you see will be a 24-hour readathon. I'm not going to read for 24 hours straight because I have things to do and I'm leaving and doctor's appointments and stuff. So I have a doctor's appointment today at like 4:30 again, even though I just went to see him. But anyway, very excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried any of these books and what you thought, and please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.